Hello, it's Friday, March 11th, 2016, and as of this recording, I'm still depressed, but I am also still alive. So here I am, middle-aged, something man, married, children, stepchildren. I have depression. It's been diagnosed differently, subtle differences, major depressive disorder recurring. Yeah, I don't know. I guess this podcast is going to be a companion to my journey, giving this all one more chance, one more shot at getting better, or at least getting well enough to make a go of it, to keep going, to stay ahead of the demons, the thoughts, the feelings, the lack of feelings. I don't know, I guess. If you're listening and you continue to listen, hopefully that's because I'm providing some amount of information or insight, or maybe just a voice to listen to when you feel like there's nothing else to listen to. I don't know. I don't promise any cures, any solutions, not even a long-lasting resolution from myself. I can't tell you if I'll be doing this in a month, in another week, in a year. It could, it's like 400 or 500 blogs that I've started in my life. This will be it. This will be the recording, and that'll be it. There's lots of things I'd like to talk about, share my experiences, my stories, hoping that maybe this will spur me to do more research into what's going on with me and the millions of others who are dealing with some sort of mental health issue. Although admittedly, I will probably stay within the bounds of my own diagnosis of depression. Who knows what's going to happen if I'm still doing it in several months, and maybe it expands. Maybe I'm not here. Maybe all my efforts will be futile. Maybe all my efforts will go for naught, and the thoughts, the demons will win. I've had brushes in the past. I've had encounters within the past couple months. I don't want to get into those. I want to share those and speak to those. But at the same time, I don't. It's a nervous feeling, right? I have family who went through my suicide attempt. I have friends who vaguely know of this. And nobody knows I'm doing this podcast. I'm sure not going to, tonight say, hey, honey, I didn't kill myself today and I started a podcast. I don't see that being part of the dinner time conversation tonight. And I guess my expectation is that I will reveal things through this podcast that I haven't expressed to my wife, my best friend, my saving grace. Anybody who's been down this road knows that it's, we always talk about or hear about how it's difficult for some people to ask for help. And I guess I would fall into that situation, that categorization. But I don't have a problem asking for help and receiving help. I have a problem giving enough weight to my problems to feel that it's worthy to ask for help. I'm the gentleman depressive, I guess. It's depressive is not a noun, is it? But for me it is. I'm the polite depressive. I don't want to fill your day with my problems, however great or small they may be, in reality, in my head, they aren't. They're not something worthwhile to pile on to you, my wife, or my friends, or my mom, my dad. So the podcast world gets them, I guess. We'll see. You get to hear about, how fast I can drive in my car, how far I can drive in the middle of the night with no headlights on. We'll hear about when I went shopping for handguns. Maybe. I don't know what I'll talk about. This is different. It's weird sitting here talking into this, Star Wars droid looking microphone thing. And not knowing what I'm going to say, not knowing if I'm going to say. So we'll see. So let's get started. So today I went to a local hospital for a intake appointment meeting to get into a partial program. Some of you may know, may not know. So a partial program, it's an outpatient therapy program. So you hear about people being hospitalized for their mental illness. I was hospitalized after my failed suicide attempt, and there were, group therapies and, some art therapy, some occupational therapies, things like that, as well as meetings with psychiatrists. And in that situation, I was hospitalized. I was not free to leave on my own. This partial program, sometimes called an outpatient program, is a 3-week program where I go in the morning. This particular one starts at 9 a.m. So with spring coming, I'll probably take some public transportation, do a little walking. But it starts at 9, and then it runs till 3:30 with hour sessions all throughout the day with 10-minute gap in between for, peeing and pooping and whatever kind of ings you need to do. And it's totally voluntary. I'm welcome to stop going if I want, although it would be hard to get back into a program if I just stopped going. But it's a lot of those same things. It'll be, from what I can tell, in 1 hour kind of group therapy, kind of, or just like talk, like, hey, go around the room. Who wants to? I'm sure there'll be some kind of, platitude introduction, like, hey, my name is Bobby Bobbert, and today I'm feeling this, and today I'm feeling that, and hopefully by tomorrow, I will have done this or done that. And it looks like different kinds of lessons and experiences throughout the day, hopefully with the result in mind of teaching me and the others who are in this group how to live healthier, emotionally, mentally. I'm sure there'll be some dietary things in there and whatnot, but overall it will encompass parts of DBT. You're going to ask me what that is. Dialectical behavior therapy, and CBT, cognitive behavior therapy. And the goal over the 3 weeks is to give me more tools to put in my toolbox or tool belt or junk drawer in the kitchen. Give me more to better cope with what's going on, with the hope that helps alleviate a lot of, or some of, the significant symptoms that I personally have with depression. And this isn't like a, go out to the Southwest and go in a sweat house and be cured kind of thing. This is in hopes of giving you a foot up so you can be in a position personally of being able to continue your help, which I guess you think of that as significant, right? I'm admitting and my new therapist is suggesting, and I am admitting, and this program is stating that I am in a position in my life where maybe I'm below a certain threshold of self-help, that I am, I don't want to say screwed up, but let's say screwed up. I'm beyond a level where it seems that I can better myself with the other day-to-day activities going on. So we'll see. So let me tell you, so I went to the hospital today, and there was hey, sign these papers, here's some other things, read through this, yada, 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 read through, these are the policies of the program should you get in. Yet another kind of short scored mental health quiz, if you like, rate, here's the thing, how many times have you having thoughts of harming yourself? And then, not at all, over the past 2 weeks, not at all, a couple days, more than half the days, most every day. It's hacky, I think. But in this case, I guess for this program, the questions asked were of the significant variety that it helps. So I took that quiz, scored it. Nobody's eyes popped out of their head. There was no, oh my gosh, this is the highest score we've ever had. None of that. So I guess that's, I don't know if it's good or bad, I guess. I don't know. And then I had an interview with a nurse, mental health nurse, and we talked about different things. How did I, what makes me think I want to go there? And, just saying, hey, I want to kill myself wasn't exactly what they were looking for, but, probably that's enough. I'm struggling. I've gained weight over the past 2 years, and these are just things we're talking about, and nobody wants to hear about these all at one time. So I did that, and then met with a psychiatrist, asked me some questions, talked about the medication I'm on, and he seemed he walked in the room and said pretty much with the idea that, yeah, hey, we can definitely benefit, or we think that our program will help you. So I'm enrolled, woohoo, go me. Maybe we'll have some fanfare there in the background. I don't know that I'm a podcast editor, but we'll see. But we also talked about changing my medication a little bit. And interesting that he kept asking if I was okay with that, And I know there's a subset, I don't know how significant portion of the mental health patient population who is against meddling with medication. And I told him the first time he asked, and every time after that, hey, I'm on these meds and I'm worse than I was a month ago, 2 months ago, half a year ago. So, if we want to try something a little different, fine, let's do it. So we'll see how that goes. I think in a future episode, we'll talk about medications that I'm on and whatnot. One of the problems that I have with, I don't know if it's tied to my depression or if it's, all the helium I sucked as a kid, making my high voice. But my memory is not quite what it used to be. So yeah, my memory, what was I saying? My memory isn't quite what it used to be. And so it's different. They asked me, were you on this? What medications have you been on? And I don't know. I can't remember the name of one of them I'm taking right now. So, and they're nice folks. Hey, went through the list with, Prozac, Effexor, blah, 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 blah. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, that one. Yep, that one. Okay, and how did that make you feel? And it wasn't significant enough that I recall, and it wasn't significant enough that I stayed on it. So, sorry, I can't help you more than that. Poor on my part, I suppose. But it kind of goes along with my condition. I don't give a crap about myself. It seems like it's been so long since I have that, I don't know. I can't tell you. So I left the hospital and, I will start, Monday, which is, Monday the 14th. Start 9 a.m., get there, see what it's all about. and it's a 3-week program. They were quick to point out that I signed a piece of paper, said that, hey, my last appointment, they call them all appointments, which I think is fun, is, whatever that is, do the math yourself, folks. But that is an approximate. It could be shorter, could be longer, blah, blah, blah. But my guess is insurance wouldn't pay for more than whatever the 3-week course is. And, hey, let's put our brave face forward and say, oh yeah, of course, 3 weeks. 3 weeks we're out. Why would I want to stay longer? Why would I need to stay longer? I'm on the path to better mental health, better well-being, and yada, yada, yada. So we'll see. Because I wasn't sure what I wanted to say today on this. Hell, I don't even know where I'm going to post this or what. I'm not convinced I want to pay money to host, and so we'll see. Even $5 a month, maybe more than what I really want. But we'll see. Hopefully, if nothing more, then I can get these recorded and put somewhere so that they exist. Maybe as something for me. Well, no, I'm not going to go back and listen to these. But well, maybe I will. Maybe I will. Or maybe they'll just be something found after I'm found. Who knows? Yeah. So, for today, let me check. Yep. I am still depressed. I am still alive. And I have no reason to think it won't be the status quo the rest of today and into tomorrow. So, yeah, thanks for listening. Yeah, if you care, you can find me on Twitter. I set up for this, depressed_0_DED, character length and whatnot. So 0 for not, so depressed, not dead. Oh hell, I don't know. I'm on Gmail too now with that, depressed .0.dead. Maybe. I don't know. Give it a try. Send it. You may make someone's day. Yeah, thanks for listening. And here's to hoping that I invade your earbuds one more day. Thanks.